Bitcoin, Ethereum hit monthly highs ahead of inflation report. Cathie Wood's ARK adds nearly $3.3 million shares of Coinbase. Crypto brokerage blockchain.com lays off 28% of workforce. Samsung investment arm to launch Bitcoin futures ETF. WEF Global Risk Report flags crypto asset bubble as Polycrisis looms. Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am Ruchi Sharma. Cryptocurrency markets trended higher on Thursday. Widespread buying witnessed in risky assets amid hopes of Federal Reserve's measures to tame inflation are yielding positive outcomes. The key US consumer price data is scheduled for release later today. Economists expect December inflation to moderate near Fed's targeted range. Vishakha Thakur joins us to tell us about how the global cryptocurrency market is performing today.
IC15 index of cryptocurrencies was trading up by 2.7% at 27,100 points. The global cryptocurrency market cap was trading higher around $885 billion, increasing 3% in the last 24 hours. However, the total trading volume increased by 40% to stand at $48 billion. Investors have been expecting the Federal Reserve to slow the pace of its interest rate hikes when it next meets in early February. The Consumer Price Index will be a key indicator of their progress in containing inflation. However, the US Consumer Price Index, which measures the rate of change in the price of various goods and services, is expected to rise 6.5% from a year ago, down from the 7.1% pace the prior month, analysts believe. Data released earlier showed that Chinese CPI inflation increased slightly more than expected in December, but price measures still remained subdued as the country struggled with the severe COVID outbreak. According to a report, bankrupt crypto exchange FTX has recovered more than $5 billion in assets after it has initially claimed that it could only find $1 billion. However, the US Commodities Futures Trading Commission has estimated the total missing customer funds around $8 billion. Stock futures were slightly lower as investors awaited a key inflation report to assess the outlook for the Federal Reserve's rate hiking campaign. Futures linked to the Dow Jones Industrial Average slipped 26 points or 0.1%. S&P 500 futures were fractionally lower and Nasdaq 100 futures dipped 0.2%. Bitcoin was trading at $18,191, up by 4.3%. The price of Bitcoin has been recovering lately, suggesting that the market is taking the news well and that the selling pressure is being absorbed. The world's largest token has advanced for 9 straight days, the longest streak since 2020, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. Ethereum, the second largest crypto, was up by 4.7%, trading at $1,398. Ethereum will soon go through the Shanghai upgrade in the month of March, which releases ETH staked on the Beacon chain, as liquid staking protocols are expected to offer better incentives and yields, analysts believe. BNB was up by 2% to trade at $283. Solana Sol was up 0.2% and was trading at $16. Next on the list, Avalanche AVAX was trading at $15.2, higher 22%. The price of Avalanche has increased by more than 20% following the announcement that Amazon Web Series has partnered with Avalabs. This partnership is expected to increase blockchain adoption among businesses, institutions, and governments. Meanwhile, this collaboration aims to increase the flexibility and the strength for the developers, analysts believe. Next on the list, Polygon Matic was trading up by 2.3% to trade at $0.87. Cardano's ADA token was up by 2.2% to trade at $0.32. Doge, the popular meme coin, was trading up by 2% at $0.07. $0.78. Ripple's XRP token traded at $0.36, up by 2%. Polkadot was up by 3.5% to trade at $5.
ARK has added 74,792 shares of Coinbase to the ARK Innovation ETF, also known as ARKK, according to sources. The shares purchased were worth around $3.28 million based on Coinbase's last closing price of $43.79 on Wednesday. At the cutoff time for this bulletin, the shares were up around 3% at $44.7 in pre-market trading. The additional buy comes a day after the tech investment fund made a $1.45 million purchase of the crypto exchange's shares, adding 33,756 shares of coin to the treasury of ARKK. ARK also added 69,060 shares of Tesla to ARKK's holdings worth around $8.5 million. Shares of Coinbase have risen nearly 26% over the last 5 days as the exchange cuts costs and reduces headcount. The crypto exchange has outperformed Bitcoin, which is up 7% during the same time period. Cryptocurrency brokerage Blockchain.com said it's letting go of 28% of its workforce, or about 110 employees, adding to a dreadful week of bloodletting across the battered cryptocurrency industry. Thursday's job losses come after Blockchain.com was forced to cut about 150 staff in July as the firm grappled with a $270 million hit on loans it made to failed hedge fund Three Arrows Capital. Blockchain's losses compound a grim week in crypto that saw US exchange Coinbase announce cut of 20% of its staff, or around 950 jobs, followed by news that Ethereum development firm Consensus plans to lay off 100 or more staffers. Blockchain.com is now left with a staff of 280, having grown from 160 employees at the start of 2021. All impacted employees are receiving severance packages, the details of which vary by country, the company said. Samsung Asset Management Hong Kong, a subsidiary of Samsung's investment arm Samsung Asset Management, is set to list the Samsung Bitcoin Futures Active ETF on the Hong Kong stock market on January 13. The move comes amid a surge in interest from both the government and institutional investors in the region. The ETF, or exchange-traded fund, will track the spot price of Bitcoin by investing in Bitcoin futures products listed on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. The ETF will primarily invest in the CME Bitcoin futures, with some investments in the CME Micro Bitcoin futures. Currently, Hong Kong is the only market in Asia where Bitcoin futures ETFs can be traded. The Samsung Bitcoin Futures ETF joins the Hong Kong Crypto Futures ETF, which began trading to the tune of $70 million in 2022. The World Economic Forum's annual Global Risk Report flagged the bursting of asset bubbles, including cryptocurrency, as one of the top risks likely to affect countries as a polycrisis looms. The report included the results of the 2022 Executive Opinion Survey, in which the WEF asked a group of 12,000 respondents to rank a list of 35 different risks that they see as posing the biggest threat to their respective countries in the next 2 years. Asset bubble burst, which includes cryptocurrency, stocks, energy, and housing, was identified in the top 5 risks in 12 out of the 121 countries surveyed, most notably in China, South Korea, Canada, and the United Kingdom. Released ahead of the WEF's annual meetings in Davos, Switzerland, the report argues that connections between emerging risks could evolve into a polycrisis centered around natural resources shortages by the end of the decade. It highlights emerging risk across 5 categories: economic, environmental, geopolitical, societal, and technological, including geoeconomic, confrontation, and cybercrime. Now let's go to Vishakha Thakur to get an update of the 3 buzzing stocks of the day.
Binance said in an 11-trans statement that the latest registration means that Swedish residents can access the company's crypto services, including euro deposits and withdrawals. Binance has been growing in Europe, previously getting the nod from 6 other European Union member states: France, Italy, Lithuania, Spain, Cyprus, and Poland, according to the statement. Binance has entered a fresh hiring spree despite waves of layoffs plaguing the Web 3.0 industry. The exchange plans to increase its headcount by 15% to 30% in 2023, CEO CZ said on 11 Jan. BNB was trading at $286, up 3.73% in the past 24 hours, with a market capitalization of $45 billion. Both Miami-Dade and the new FTX leadership asked the judge overseeing the exchange's bankruptcy in November to end the agreement amid accusations of fraud within the company's previous leadership group led by founder Sam Bankman-Fried. Lawyers for Miami-Dade County said that FTX owed $16.5 million for terminating the agreement and an additional $5.5 million if the agreement was not terminated by Jan 1. 11 Jan's ruling was retroactively set to December 31st. The county is now free to pursue new advertising partnerships for the stadium. Avalanche increased by 20% in a matter of hours following the launch of Avalab's partnership with Amazon Web Services. According to reports, the collaboration will aid in the expansion of blockchain adoption across enterprises, institutions, and governments. Avalab's membership in the AWS Partner Network allows it to deploy products on AWS with over 100,000 partners worldwide. AWS will also support Avalanche's DApp ecosystem as well as one-click node deployments via its marketplace. Avalabs will join AWS Activate, a startup and early-stage entrepreneur program. According to reports, the AWS Avalanche collaboration will enable more people to launch and manage Avalanche nodes, increasing the network's flexibility and strength. AVAX was trading at $15.79, up 26.78% in the past 24 hours, with a market capitalization of $4 billion.
Thank you, Vishaka. Well, that's all in today's special bulletin. This is me, Ruchi Sharma, signing off. For more such updates, please like, share, and subscribe to 3.0 TV. Have a great day.